We are Makilala TV, the first Filipino-American TV talk show in the New York metro area. Get to know us as we talk to the community leaders, innovators, advocates, and emerging artists who affect Filipino-American life.
Hey guys, Gary Valenciano is at Town Hall. He is? But isn't Angel Ram at VYNZ 54? Yes, she is. And VSD and company will be at Baruch. Vice Ganda, I need to watch her. Wait, do I still have money left for Martin and Pops? That last question says it all. Is the Filipino-American community a big enough audience to support all the concerts happening one after the other? Summer's the season for the live concert industry. Filipinos being a musical people, you see some of them following their favorite artists from Queens all the way to Atlantic City. Concert producers are very busy during the season, conceptualizing shows, inviting performers, looking for sponsors, scouting venues, fundraising, selling tickets, hiring a lawyer, booking hotels, and a million other obligations. Sometimes they make money, other times they don't. If they don't, why do they keep doing it? What kind of high do they get out of it? I'm Jen Fuhr. Together with my co-host Rachelle Ocampo and advisor Cristina Pastor, we welcome you to Makilala TV. Our guest co-host attorney Maria Elizabeth Cueva is a specialist at the New York State Division of Human Rights. Joining us in the discussion are the concert producers and entertainers who will share their experiences and lessons they learn along the way. First, we have Reagan John Rada, a fine jewelry designer by profession. For over 18 years, he has designed some of the most sought-out jewels that collectors admired all over the world, including his 4-year work with the late Elizabeth Taylor. Reagan's new venture, Reagan John Productions, seeks to bring the best of the Filipino talents to the communities across the United States and the world. Makilala TV's very own Vicente Gesmundo is the owner of VYNZ-NY Entertainment. He's a politician, community leader, philanthropist, promoter, producer, and entrepreneur. Cedric Escobar is a 23-year-old singer who grew up singing in gospel choir and listening to gospel music, which has influenced his singing style. Everyone, we have a packed show. Welcome to Makilala TV. So let's get started.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Thank you everyone for being here. So I have a first question. I know Reagan, you're the new kid on the block with a concert production. And I'm assuming Cedric, this was probably your first time to doing performing in a concert.
Yes.
And Vince, you've probably done this, I don't know how many concerts already.
10 years, yeah.
So why do it? I mean, you guys do other things aside from this. Yeah, you're called day jobs, but why add concert production? What motivates you? What gives you that push?
Actually, it started this year. The RJP is about 8 months old with the Vice Ganda concert. And for some reason, it was offered to me, and I never been part of any productions or any shows. And when I saw the proposal, it intrigued me a little bit. And I said, this is doable. And of course, it's one of those things like, I just want to be like on the stage too, a little bit famous,
okay,
you know.
That's good.
It's like a personal thing for me. Like, I always like to see concerts, but for me, it's different when you're making one. So that's how it started.
Nice. What about you, Cedric? Why be a singer? Isn't that your calling?
I've always wanted to entertain. Singing has always been my passion, and I did a bit of it. I trained in it.
Oh.
I mean, I was in musical theater in the Philippines while I was there, so I was working in Atlantis workshops. That's how I got into it, and I was supposed to be working with Lea Salonga right now for Sweeney Todd, but then I'm here. So that kind of encouraged me to try to pursue some sort of singing career after my acting experience.
Okay.
So
interesting.
Yeah.
What about you, Vince? You're doing so many.
Yeah,
Why do it?
actually to start with, I'm in a hospitality business as part of my job. And the reason why I'm doing this is I started like an assistant for a producer or something like that. And then my main advocacy is like I want to uplift the homegrown talents to be, you know, that's the main reason why I'm, you know, producing.
Oh,
Yeah.
very good, very good.
So for someone who's new in concert production and someone who's a veteran, I'm curious. There are challenges involved in it as well as rewards. So can you tell us the challenges when it comes to concert production, as well as what do you get out of it? If maybe it's financial reward, and as you said, some other increments from it. But can you please expound on that one?
Yeah. Again, when I started this year, I have a full-time job. I have 2 companies to run, and then it added this RJP. So I said,
why?
But why, right? It's like, you know what? I like to be part of the community. I've been living in New York for about 11 years now, but I've always been isolated. And the funny part is my work office is 2 blocks away from the consulate.
Really?
But the first time I've been here is maybe last year. I never been, because I feel like I'm here, I'm always busy, I don't have time for the community. But for the first time, I feel like I belong to something. And the sense of belongingness, that's why when RJP was born, it was like, oh my God, I become part of something. And when you're talking about the rewards and the VYNZ-NY was a great success story for me. It's my first time. It's one of the biggest shows that we've ever had. We've sold out 3,000 seats.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a sold out show. And it gives me so much high when I see people like having a great time. Seeing 3,000 Filipinos singing together, having a good time, laughing together. Oh my God, it sets me to like a different state of nirvana. So fulfilling.
What about you, Vince?
To start with, like, you know, the goods and
The challenges.
the challenges and everything. My rewards, first and foremost, like I said, my advocacy while I'm producing shows, like to uplift, homegrown talents. I'm setting an example, like Angel Ram.
Yeah.
When I started, Angel Ram is just like, singing in certain like venues here in
Yeah.
but where is she
I
now?
remember.
Right.
And there's Gio,
Gio.
and then
Oh, yeah,
Jared
Gio.
Martin,
Yes.
so that's what
Jared.
they're already in their own,
Yeah.
And then as for
The challenge.
the challenges is like dealing with people. As a
You
producer,
gotta love them or you gotta hate them.
as a
Got a lot of
producer,
people.
you have to be like at your best. Example, you cannot front. I mean, you cannot, you have to be there
You
for
always be
all the
smiling.
time.
All the time.
And then it's not that you're not going to please them, but you have to give the best that they could, because people are not always satisfied. Like, oh Vince, I ordered this and that, and then my seat is not that good. So at that very moment, how you gonna handle that?
Yeah.
Things like that. And sponsors.
Sponsors.
And then the venues.
Venue.
And not to forget the promoter and artists themselves.
That's
Yes.
true.
Like the challenges and everything, the do's and don'ts is right there.
Well, speaking as a veteran, do you have any advice for someone who's coming into the field of like making sure that all those little pieces actually come together in a way and keep smiling through everything?
To be honest with you, I'm like, there's always somebody who will be next to me, like just gonna, oh, nakasimangot ka na naman. Yeah. Oh, really? And then I'm just gonna smile. That's what I'm telling to Reagan. It's like, I'm very happy and honored that Reagan get into this kind of, should I say, entertainment business and everything. And from time to time when we talk and everything, it's like I'm giving him what, like you said, like bits and pieces that how we gonna, you're already here.
It's good that you guys are not like
Competitor.
working because
Yeah.
there's so
No,
many little bit
no.
number of people of Filipinos.
Thank God, yeah.
Thank God that it's a good relationship.
Yes,
And
yes.
I think one important thing, even with in any event, in any business or a relationship, you have to surround yourself with people who only bring in positive
Yes.
vibes.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
It's
So-
very, very important,
Yeah,
actually.
very
But there are people who, no matter what you do, will not
Oh.
like what you do. So how do
Correct.
you deal with that? Let's start with Cedric.
Well, I mean, for as a performer, there will always be people who don't like your style, your singing style, or how you perform. but you kind of have to learn how to just be your own artist and present what you love, because like if you can project yourself as someone positive and not care about any of those, people would come to like you and then
Right.
because you're genuine.
You're still too young.
I know.
You know what? And don't. This is my advice. I mean, everybody's using social media. Don't read the comments.
And may I add with that, because first time I saw Cedric was in the Haven, and then he's on the stage singing. And said, I told myself, he is really, really good.
He
And
is.
then I approached his mom, said, but it so happened that time he has to go back to the Philippines. I even like, I owe you something, because I promised to her mom that I'm gonna bring him to studio to to rehearse
Oh, well,
something.
now it's on
But
TV.
this is the
Promise
upcoming.
made on
This is the guy to
This is a
watch.
promise made on TV. You cannot back it up.
Television, you
Yeah.
can't back out. I know.
Yeah.
What about you, Reagan?
Yeah, I have few people that, I don't want to say the word bashing, but bashed me. I've been called the new kid, the incognito, the phantom. I've been called so many names because at first they said, who is this Reagan John? Nobody knows who I am. And suddenly I came out of nowhere and people are wondering. I just play it cool. And at the end of the day, I said, I have to run RJP as my devotion as well as a business.
Yeah.
Because if I be too emotional to it, I will be just crying all the time, because you go up a little bit, there's always like problems. You go to this way, there's always a challenge. So for me, I have to run the company as a business as well as emotion. So another challenge that I have is building up a team. I'm sure Vince you've experienced that. I have people that in my close circle that I trust the most, and we bring in people and there's always a fight. It just never ends the fighting. I was like, oh my God, I told you guys I'm not a mother. I own this company, but I don't want to be fighting with you and this and that. So that's one of the that I don't like, and especially the chismis too. I don't like the chismis.
Is that peculiarly Filipino, that you will have those infighting
Yeah.
within the concert scene? Is it? Well, anyway, I'm coming from a legal background. I don't know how formalized things are when it comes to production. When you scout around first for talent, and then you want to tap that particular talent, what is the process, and then are there like contracts involved, and what do you look at in terms of preparation? How far advanced do you prepare when you're bringing in a concert within the tri-state area?
Okay, to start with, first, like I said, I always do the logistic first. Logistic, what does it mean? So who are artists or bands are saleable? Okay, and then most of the the concerts and everything being offered to us by the promoter from the Philippines,
That's
and
correct.
with that they will send us like a contract, like binded all the rules and regulations and laws and it's there, and we'll take it from there. So I always get and produce shows that are delivered. So what does it mean? When it is delivered, I have nothing to do with it. They're just gonna come and they will perform. I will provide the venue, I will provide the tickets, promotions and everything. And the other one is like what Mr. John will do probably. Is like he's the one who will petition the visa and everything, things like that.
So you're doing the whole shebang. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started also, as Vince said, I started buying shows from the promoter. Vice was sold to me as from the promoter. Tekla show was sold to me, and the OPM I presented that one. So all of these shows were sold to me. However, I have up and coming shows that are gonna be self-produced, which means I'm talking to the actual management of the artist, that I am the one petitioning them, I'm the one hosting them and giving them, this one coming up is about 9 city tour, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So I'm assuming you have a lawyer working with you.
Yes.
Okay, very
I
good.
have an immigration lawyer, and I also have, for my business side, I have a contract lawyer, just making sure that everything that we do is good. And with regards to artists, RJP has about 35 in-house talents in such a short period of time, but 10 of those 35 are dancers. So which means in all my
Wow.
concerts, they are the ones that's performing
Oh,
to my shows. And one of them is Cedric, actually.
Wow.
He's the newbie in my company.
Wow.
So, but with Cedric is, the good thing about him is, of course, he's super pogi. So he's very likable.
That
Yep.
appeal.
And the voice, I mean, you will, once you hear him sing, I mean, girls are like killing to the most. He just did a wish bus in LA, and some girls were just like screaming
Oh
outside
my
the
God.
bus, and
Wow.
you know,
We
So
gotta have you here
it's
sing
so-
one time.
yeah.
In terms of agreements, you both mentioned like contracts. Have you ever had an entertainer back out like last minute?
Okay.
And how did you deal with
I
it?
just gonna tell you, I'm gonna relate you something. Like a year ago, where John already produced Tekla. I have Tekla last year, okay? And it's the first time VYNZ Entertainment got like, have to petition and everything. But it's not me. The one who was supposed to petition Tekla and Donita was lawyer from the, another promoter from the West Coast. So I said, okay, so I pay my part, like lawyer's fee and everything. Unfortunately, it's only Donita knows was able to have the visa. And then Tekla was like, declined, turned down.
So you had a
That
cancellation.
was last year.
Yes,
Right? So
yes.
what did you do when you had a cancellation?
Okay, I have, of course, for example, I have to announce it properly that, in a subtle way, we don't usually like divulge, like, because they don't get the visa. It's like very,
Right.
disappointing.
So when you
So-
cancel,
so-
do people that buy the tickets?
No, it goes like this. It's like we have to have like reschedule thing.
Oh, okay.
So reschedule. So it's either the ticket buyers could get refund and something. And I'm very fortunate that Tekla and Donita made possible to the generosity of John
thank you.
Reagan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
work
how we
together.
work
Yeah.
together.
Very
Yes.
It
good.
was
yeah.
canceled.
Very
It was like very scheduled, and I'm very fortunate that he was able
Someone
to
took over.
Correct.
took part in,
Yes.
and then he got the show, and then it's very successful.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you're scouting for all these concerts or programs to bring in here, there are varied artists and concepts in the Philippines. So how do you target which ones would sell here? Like the Tunekla thing, Love and Laughter, it's kind of, it's funny, but it's risque. And
It's
it's
a
also a
risque.
risky undertaking because you don't know whether this is acceptable in this particular
Correct.
audience, but it turned out that, people came in and
Okay.
enjoyed it. So,
Oh, I may add with that. On my end, it happens like I think 2017 or something that I have like a lot of shows like almost every other month,
yeah.
like every other month.
Wow.
So it's like, how are you gonna do that? The thing is like I can conceptualize all those things because it is comedy. The next one is band. The other one is a solo performer. So that's how I
So it's a
gonna
mix.
yes. So I don't really like getting like shows within a year like the same, kind of,
Do
Yeah.
concerts have to have a charity
Component.
component to it?
Absolutely.
Always, every time, every concert you have gives to charity?
I have my own foundation.
Okay.
The Mila Foundation, it's named after my mother. It used to be named as Reagan John Rada Foundation. But what I do is I have the merchandise sales that goes towards to fund the foundation on all my concerts. With
What
the
does your foundation do in the Philippines? Is it a
the Mila,
scholarship
yeah,
program?
the Mila
or-
Foundation helps less fortunate villages in Bicol. Because I'm
Bicol,
Bicolano,
me too,
yeah, Bicolano,
hey.
yes, yeah. So within a decade, we've helped almost 5,000 kids get their school supplies. We also have some sponsorship program, and of course, my newest hotel, I dedicated the entire second floor as a learning school. So I
That's
converted it
very
to an
good.
art
Hotel in
school
Bicol?
in Bicol, yeah.
That's very
So I just
nice.
built one, and I put the school on the entire second floor, so kids could go there.
Is that just like a normal thing that to combine charity or
Actually,
philanthropy
on
into?
my part, it's like there are certain shows like adaptable for Bantay Bata, thing like I could like certain portion of the proceeds of the show will goes to Bantay Bata, and some is like on my part as well. It's like I could like get Kids Philippines New York as partly beneficiary of a certain shows that I could produce.
Okay, there's so many more questions, but we still have a little bit of time. So, Cedric, where can our viewers find you?
Well, I just started an Instagram. I
Okay.
know at my age it's a bit late for.
That's good. That's
I
good.
know, but I wasn't that social before. I was just all academics. But
What's your Instagram?
my Instagram
handle?
is
What's how you call
it's Cedric.Escobar or
Okay.
SEEDRICK.ESCOBA. And you can find me on Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, John?
Yeah,
I mean,
they can find on my Facebook page, Reagan John Production, and I'm very excited. Few days from now, we are launching my personal ticketing.
Nice.
So RJP is going to be ticketing. So ReaganJohnProductions.com, and my ticketing website will be RJPLive.com. So those are the two ones.
And Vince will
Well,
be
I'm
Vince-NY Entertainment.
I'm all over in Facebook. That's all I can say. Even it's not my show and everything, I'm always there. You can find me. I have my personal Facebook as well. It's like my full name, like Vicente G Gesmundo. It's me, and the rest
Right,
is
just-
like
okay. So you can find Vince
Yeah, I mean-
on Makilala TV.
Yes, yes, that's right. Yes.
Actually, all our guests, you can find them on Macula
Thank
TV.
you. Yeah.
So we still have a little bit of time, but one word, if you want to like describe your dream concert, start with Cedric.
My dream concert would be mine.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Don't forget to invite us.
Of course,
Okay.
of course.
Invite us.
What about you, Reagan?
Next year, my dream concert would be a Filipino music festival featuring maybe about 8 hours of just pure music.
Wow.
Outside, we could rent maybe Rundle Island, and we could just
right.
bang it out with all the artists that we could bring for 8 hours of pure music.
Wow.
Featuring Cedric.
Yeah.
Vince, I think Vince's favorite.
Seriously, it's nothing wrong to think big. But a couple of days ago, I was offered if I could do Rolling Stone.
What about
Yeah.
Rolling Stone?
Rolling Stone, Rolling
The
Stone.
real Rolling Stone,
Okay,
yes.
then-
Yeah, and then I was
Really?
about to
He
get
sent
up
it to
from my,
me.
yeah, I was about to get up from my seats like, Beans? How can I
Wow.
do that?
Can we be part of it?
Yes.
Don't forget us.
We're still asking a volunteer, so
Yes, yes.
Well,
Oh my
with me, I think it's something like there was a time we had some sort of like Ramahari. I want something like a more updated and modernized Filipino version of Ramahari with these upcoming artists with really good vocals.
Nice. Do you have any favorite concert? Dream concert?
No. Featuring all of us.
Yeah, I know, me too. I
Can
think
you imagine?
especially my children. Oh my God, I can't believe I can't believe that's it for our panel. Thank you so much, Cedric, Reagan.
thank you.
Of course, Rachelle, Christina in China, Vince,
Thank you.
and Lily, and everyone that made this today's taping possible. I can't believe that that's it for our panel. Thank you again for taking time. To our guests, good luck on all your endeavors, and may you have a very profitable and meaningful year. We are honored to have you all on our show. To our viewers, thank you for inviting us to your homes. As always, let us remember to be kind, to be true, be fierce, and do things that tickle your heart. And we hope that you take time to support the many Filipino-American entertainers. To the cast and crew, thank you, maraming salamat. Before we say till next time, performing for us today is Cristiani Balonga Rebada, the 2017 Senior Grand Champion Vocalist and Best Performer of the World, singing an original composition, Ikaw Pa Rin. Cristiani will be accompanied by musical director, Maestro Bobby Ramiro. Let us all give them a warm round of applause.
Yeah.
Alam kong masaya ka na sa piling ng iba, ngunit nais kong malaman kung mahal pa rin kita. Magpagkailan may hindi magbabago, nadaramang ito. Kahit nga nagdurusa, nasasaktan ang puso. Pinilit ko na umibig sa iba. Pinilit ko na limutin ka. Ngunit ikaw pa rin ang hinahanap ng puso. Sana ay pagbigyan muli ang pag-ibig ko. Masakit mang isipin, ika'y nawala sa'kin. Ngunit walang magagawa, kundi ito ay tanggapin. Kahit di kaya, nasasaktan ng damdamin, patuloy pa rin ikaw ang mamahalin. Pinilit ko nang umibig sa iba. Pinilit ko nang limutin ka. Ngunit ikaw pa rin ang hinahanap ng puso. Sana ay pagbigyan muli ang pag-ibig. Hahanapin ang nawawalang daan patungo sa ating nakaraan, at ika'y muling makapiling. Kay bathala ang tanging hiling. Pinilit ko nang umibig sa iba. Pinilit ko nang limutin ka. Ngunit ikaw pa rin ang hinahanap